righty, our guest today is a 6-foot guard from the University of Iowa, the NCAA all-time Division I scoring leader, the first pick of the WNBA draft, WNBA assist leader, all-star, and 2024 WNBA Rookie of the Year.
This particular interview set the stage for what promises to be an incredible year as Caitlin graced the New Heights podcast hosted by the legendary Travis and Jason Kelce. The episode marked the perfect opening to 2025, as Caitlin, already recognized as one of the greatest basketball players of all time, shared candid insights about her rise to fame, her mentality, and the pressure of being a sports icon.
She's the most requested guest in the history of our show, and the Time Magazine Athlete of the Year, Miss Caitlin Clark.
With a list of accomplishments that could fill pages, Caitlin Clark's resume speaks volumes. She became the NCAA all-time Division I scoring leader, a feat that places her in rare company. Her unparalleled skills on the court have led her to become the WNBA assist leader, an all-star, and the recipient of numerous prestigious awards. However, when Jason and Travis cracked jokes about her resume, outshining even their own Super Bowl victories, Caitlin remained humble, acknowledging the monumental nature of her accomplishments, but downplaying her own recognition. The conversation began with a light-hearted exchange, as Caitlin's legendary list of achievements was discussed.
Appreciate it. I'm excited. I don't get excited about many things, but this was at the top of my list, so.
We made it.
It was quickly established that her record-breaking feats were not merely accolades, but the natural result of her deep love for the game. When Jason asked Caitlin about which achievement meant the most, her answer was heartfelt. Caitlin mentioned how her mother, who was proud of her as an academic All-American, was especially pleased with Caitlin's ability to balance athletics and academics. This shows that for Caitlin, success isn't just about basketball, but also about being a well-rounded individual.
How many accolades did we leave off? How many accolades do you have right now at this point, Caitlin?
I think you might have made some up. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure on that.
Who values education. While Caitlin's accolades continue to accumulate, it's clear that what matters most to her is the process, the enjoyment of playing, and the continuous improvement that comes with it. For Caitlin, the recognition she has received, including her title as Time Magazine's Athlete of the Year, is not just a personal achievement, but a victory for women's sports as a whole. She emphasized how being recognized as one of the top athletes in the world, joining the ranks of icons like LeBron James, was a special moment, not just for her, but for the visibility it brought to women's basketball. From there, the conversation shifted to Caitlin's connection with sports outside of basketball, particularly her long-standing admiration for the Kansas City Chiefs. Growing up in Iowa, Caitlin was a die-hard Chiefs fan, and she shared stories of attending games with her family, watching Tony Gonzalez dominate, and relishing every Sunday spent with the Chiefs.
Basketball right now. The amount... If you go to the Wikipedia page and you look at like the list of like awards and achievements, it's like endless. It is. Yeah, we had.
Her love for the team isn't a recent development due to their success. It has been a part of her life for as long as she can remember. The Kelce brothers, Travis and Jason, found common ground in their mutual passion for the team, and Caitlin expressed how much it would mean to attend a playoff game in Arrowhead Stadium. In a warm and humorous exchange, Caitlin made it clear that she's been a Chiefs fan long before the team's recent dominance in the NFL, proving that her fandom is rooted in genuine love for the game. Caitlin's connection to basketball, however, is far deeper than her love for football. She recounted her earliest experiences with the sport, beginning with playing against boys in her childhood and eventually making a name for herself in middle school. However, Caitlin's basketball journey was anything but ordinary. She received her first college recruitment letter when she was in 7th grade.
Accomplishment, I guess, of all these accolades that has meant the most to you?
Oh gosh, that's a good question. Well, I'd give you the answer my mom would say is probably academic All-American. She was proud of me for being a good student in college. So
a moment that seems surreal to most athletes. While other kids her age were worrying about typical middle school dramas, Caitlin was already being scouted by top-tier college programs. Reflecting on that experience, Caitlin talked about how her parents shielded her from the pressure of recruitment.
Nobody talks about that.
Mom.
That's what I'm talking about.
I did all right in school, so hung in there. But other than that, I mean, They're all cool, but you don't really care. It kind of just comes with it. It comes with having fun.
Making sure she enjoyed her adolescence and wasn't overwhelmed by the idea of playing at the next level too early. This conversation also touched on the modern realities of college recruitment, which has become a social media frenzy, with young athletes constantly posting about scholarship offers and recruitment visits. Caitlin spoke with clarity and maturity about how recruitment has shifted from when she was growing up and how it can now sometimes overshadow the joy of playing the game. Her perspective on staying grounded despite the pressures of early attention shows a level of maturity beyond her 22 years, and it's clear that Caitlin is not just a basketball prodigy, but
Time Athlete of the Year was cool too, just because you see the list of all the athletes that they've had prior to me, and a lot of those people I idolized growing up, and LeBron's been the only other basketball player, so.
Caitlin Clark's rookie year in the WNBA marked a significant milestone in her career, not just for the immense talent she brought to the court, but also for the unique challenges she encountered as a young player in a professional environment. Moving from the college basketball scene, where she had been an undeniable force, to the WNBA, where veterans are accustomed to the intense demands of professional play, was no easy feat. At first, Caitlin was faced with the task of balancing her natural instincts as a leader and scorer with the need to integrate into an already established team dynamic. In college, she had been the star player for the Iowa Hawkeyes, carrying much of the load offensively. But in the WNBA, she was now one of many talented athletes, each with their own strengths and experience. This transition required Caitlin to adjust her approach both on and off the court. She had to redefine her role, not only as a scorer, but also as a teammate and contributor to the overall success of the team. Despite these challenges, Caitlin never shied away from the opportunity to learn. She spoke candidly about the internal struggle of trying to establish herself as a leader while also being a newcomer to the league. This delicate balance was something she had to navigate carefully. She couldn't force her leadership, but rather had to earn the respect of her teammates. The adjustment involved listening, learning, and accepting that her growth as a player and a person would be shaped by the experiences of others.
Females on the cover too, so for women's sports it's kind of special, but just kind of comes with playing the game and having fun, as you guys know.
Particularly her veteran teammates. One of the most crucial aspects of Caitlin's rookie year was the mentorship she received from her teammates. In professional sports, having a support system in the form of veterans who offer guidance, wisdom, and encouragement can be the difference between success and burnout. For Caitlin, she found valuable mentorship in players like Aaliyah Boston, a respected figure in the league.
That's right.
How long have you been a part of the Kingdom?
I'm sorry, Jason. Not to
You can
crush
apologize
you.
to me. I'm honorary member.
I'm a Midwest kid, so.
Who took Caitlin under her wing. Aaliyah's approach to leadership and her understanding of what it takes to succeed at the highest level helped Caitlin adjust to her new environment, not just as a player, but as a person. Aaliyah Boston's role in Caitlin's transition cannot be overstated. As a fellow rookie, Boston could empathize with Caitlin's struggles and provided a sense of solidarity.
Monday night show, where I'm in a full Chiefs outfit. I had family in Kansas City, and I grew up in Des Moines, Iowa, which is only 3 hours from Kansas City, so.
Oh yeah.
Allowing Caitlin to feel less isolated in the daunting environment of professional basketball. But Caitlin also received guidance from more seasoned players like Erica Wheeler, who, despite being an undrafted rookie herself, had valuable insights on how to persevere in the WNBA. Erica's experience reinforced the importance of patience and persistence, teaching Caitlin that every player's journey is unique and setbacks are a natural part of growth. Caitlin's appreciation for these veteran players was evident in her interviews, where she often spoke about the importance of team cohesion and the shared responsibility of making each other better. In a sport that values individual talent, Caitlin understood that basketball is a collective effort. Whether through practice sessions, locker room conversations, or shared game time experiences, Caitlin learned that leadership isn't just about scoring points.
People think I'm like a bandwagon Chiefs fan. I'm like, no, I was there before Patrick and Travis. Like,
I love it.
We were ride or die, so we've been big fans, and now obviously all the success you guys have had has made it a lot.
It's about uplifting others and ensuring that the team as a whole moves forward together. One of the defining moments of Caitlin's rookie season came when she was hit in the ear during a game against the Connecticut Sun, causing her eardrum to rupture. Despite the pain, Caitlin demonstrated remarkable toughness by continuing to play. This experience not only showcased her physical resilience, but also highlighted her mental fortitude. In a sport that can be physically brutal, Caitlin's ability to push through injuries and setbacks became a defining characteristic of her early career. Her willingness to share this moment with humor during her interview with the Kelsey brothers further demonstrated her personality.
What was your childhood like?
My brother loved Tony Gonzalez. Like, that was
Tony
his guy.
G.
Yeah.
What a guy.
So
He was the chief.
we would go to like one game a year growing up with my cousins down in.
Despite enduring significant pain, Caitlin laughed about it, using the story to connect with her audience and remind them that even the most elite athletes face physical challenges. This attitude of resilience and the ability to find humor in adversity helped her build a stronger connection with fans who admired not just her skills, but her character. Caitlin's rise to prominence was as fast as it was impressive. From a standout college athlete to a national icon, Caitlin's journey had been nothing short of extraordinary. When Caitlin reflected on how her life had changed over the course of a year, she expressed a mixture of gratitude and disbelief. The attention she received, the opportunities that came her way, and the way she was now viewed by the public.
Kansas City.
That's so
and we
fun.
still try to go. We went to the Christmas Day game last year. I think the year before you might have played on Christmas Eve, maybe. We went to that. We were sitting outside for that one.
Were all part of an experience she had to adjust to, but Caitlin was not one to become complacent. Instead, she remained focused on her mission to elevate women's sports and inspire others. Through her rookie year in the WNBA, Caitlin's personal growth was inextricably linked to her professional development. She was no longer just a basketball player. She was now a trailblazer for women's sports. Her rise not only highlighted her individual abilities, but also brought attention to the visibility of women's sports as a whole. Caitlin's stardom signified a shift in the way women's basketball was perceived.
My toes were like about to fall off. My fingers about to fall off. I don't get how you guys play in that type of weather, but it's fun. And like, obviously,
we got heaters on the sideline. They
yeah,
let us chill.
Arrowhead.
Not just as a niche interest, but as a legitimate and competitive sport that deserved the same recognition and respect as men's sports. Though Caitlin was firmly focused on her own career in the WNBA, she did not shy away from sharing her opinions on the NBA, a league she admired but also critiqued. Caitlin's insights into the NBA's current state reflected her broad understanding of the game.
So hopefully I can make it to a Chiefs game here soon, maybe a playoff game or something. So
I'll tell you what, we punched our ticket, so we're definitely
I know.
we're gonna.
And her forward-thinking approach to the sport. She discussed the decline in NBA ratings, which many have attributed to a variety of factors, including a perceived lack of intensity and the increasing focus on individual star power rather than team dynamics. Caitlin offered a unique perspective on the NBA's current level of competition, explaining that while the talent in the league was undeniable, there was a disconnect between how fans perceived the game and the reality of what was happening on the court. Fans often look for drama, rivalries, and physicality.
At least I would assume we at least got one at Arrowhead, but you know, you're invited to them all. So
all right, appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.
Elements that Caitlin believed were missing from the current NBA product. She suggested that the league might benefit from a return to a more intense style of play, where players are not afraid to show emotion, compete fiercely, and embrace the physicality that has been a hallmark of basketball's history. Her suggestions for improving the NBA included some innovative ideas. One of the most talked about was the introduction of a 4-point line, which would add another layer of excitement and strategy to the game. Caitlin's thoughts on this potential change were rooted in her understanding of how the sport could evolve to remain engaging for fans, particularly those who had grown accustomed to the high-flying, high-scoring nature of modern basketball. Another aspect of Caitlin's critique was the NBA's in-season tournament, which she and the Kelsey brothers joked about during their conversation. Caitlin's criticism of the tournament as a gimmick highlighted her pragmatic view of what makes basketball truly exciting, something that resonates with fans on a deep emotional level. For Caitlin, the sport's appeal lies not in novelty events, but in the quality of competition and the storylines that emerge over the course of a long season. Beyond her skills on the basketball court, Caitlin's charm and sense of humor have become integral parts of her public persona. Her ability to connect with fans through humor, as seen in her discussions with the Kelsey brothers about golf and other light-hearted topics, underscores her versatility as a personality in the sports world. Caitlin's candid and approachable nature allows her to transcend the typical athlete stereotype, She is not just a basketball player. She is a relatable, down-to-earth individual who understands the importance of balancing work, life, and personal growth. Caitlin's ability to maintain this balance, even amidst the intense demands of her professional career, is something many fans admire. It speaks to her maturity and self-awareness. She has learned to embrace the opportunities that come her way while maintaining perspective and ensuring that she does not lose sight of what truly matters: her health, relationships, and the passion she has for the game. As Caitlin looks ahead to the next stages of her career, it's clear that she is just getting started. Her trajectory in the WNBA, combined with her increasing influence in the broader sports world, suggests that she will continue to break barriers and redefine what it means to be a successful athlete. Caitlin's journey is not just about basketball. It's about empowering women, changing the narrative surrounding women's sports, and showing the world that athletic excellence knows no gender.